So I don't really know how to start this video, which is weird for me. Usually when I sit down to make a video, it's something that I've wanted to make for a while and I've mulled it over in my head, and maybe I've even tried to shoot it a couple times until it actually happens. But I never thought I'd make this video. I never thought I'd have the chance to. But today we're talking about my experience with Pelican cases and their warranty. If you've seen this video from a few years ago, then welcome. This is kind of part two to that. Because kind of the unexpected happened, and Pelican reached out. So if you want the full story of what happened, you're going to have to watch my other video that I made a few years ago. Full disclosure, Riggs didn't know much about lighting then and wasn't really great at talking to camera, but the meat of it is still there. I kind of break down the warranty verbiage and show the screenshots and my interaction with Pelican that kind of gives this more backstory. But long story short, I was doing a fly gig. I took a guitar case, my backpack, and this pedalboard case. 4 flights later, I get home and I notice when I get off the plane and pick this up off the carousel that there is like a 14 inch crack. Kind of hard to see here in this lighting, but it kind of extends there and goes to about right here down the case. So sizable crack. There's really not even like much of an impact mark or anything because it followed the edge of the case. To me, it kind of seemed like a manufacturing defect, but long story short, I post about it on Instagram. Everybody's like, oh dude, Pelican's awesome. They're gonna take care of you. I've broken latches, handles, whatever, and they've fixed them, no sweat. And I was like, oh, okay, great. Well, that's kind of why I bought a Pelican case, because the warranty is supposed to be awesome, right? Well, I reach out to Pelican, I go through their whole warranty claims process, and they're basically like, hey, sorry, that's not going to be covered, which I was kind of bummed about, but I hadn't read their warranty yet, so I decided to read it for myself. Again, I'm going to go into the full details in my other video, but to me, their warranty was pretty misleading. It kind of seemed like they got a cop-out, so I emailed them, I'm like, hey, like, this, like, kind of said, it's weird to me, this is worded kind of strange, blah, 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 blah. They say they're going to look into it. You know, they escalated up to a manager and basically email me back and say, hey, sorry, it's not covered. So that's when I decided to make the video, because if you're a hardworking musician or if you're a hardworking anybody and you spend money on something that's supposed to have a great warranty, you hope that that warranty is honored. So I made the video, I sent it to Pelican. I was like, hey, just want to let you guys know I did make this video. I just wanted all the facts to kind of be out there. They were like, thanks, we'll pass it along. Radio silence for 3 years, up until a few weeks ago, which was almost 3 years to the date, which is kind of crazy. So I get a call. I don't answer because I don't recognize the name. They call back again a few minutes later. I answer it. They say, hey, is this Riggs? I said, yes, this is. They said, hi, my name is blank. I'm a senior vice president at Pelican. I saw your video at 1 a.m. last night. A colleague sent it to me, and I watched it twice, and I am so sorry about what you experienced. I don't want you to take the video down. This is not that. I just want you to hear me say that I'm really, really sorry. So one, absolutely how you should handle customer service. Was really, really cool that they just reached out, even if they didn't attempt to make it right in any way. And then we talked for probably 15, 20 minutes just about kind of what happened, and she was going to look into it personally, all of this kind of stuff. And then also said, hey, look, like, I want to send you whatever case you want. I'm also going to send you some other stuff just for you to have. Again, I'm so sorry it's taken this long. I'm sorry you had that experience. I've been with the company for 18 years now, and that's just not how we do customer service. And so we really, really want to make this right. We don't expect a video or anything like that. Don't expect you to take yours down, but just want to show that we're sorry and that we do value your business. So that's basically what happened. So I have been looking at potentially upsizing my pedal board, so I sent them this. This is the 1595. I might make a video on this because I think this is an incredible case. It looks a little bit bigger here than it is because this is a wide angle shot, but this is a little bit bigger. It's kind of between the size of the 1510 or 1535 is the air case equivalent, and the 1615. The 1615 I always thought was a little too big for most pedal boards, but this is a really, really good size. You can fit roughly like a 25-inch by 13, 14-inch pedal board in here, and it's really good size because it's an air case. It's actually pretty light. This is actually probably lighter than my 1510 because it's not an air case, but this was the case I picked out, and I plan on putting to good use. However, that's not all they sent me. And there's kind of two ways of looking at this. You can say, Well, of course, they sent you a bunch of stuff because they wanted to make it right. But if they had just sent me that, that to me would have been making it right. So to me, they really went above and beyond. They also sent me this. This is the Aegis or Aegis, Aegis luggage. This is the carry-on size. It's like 22 inch. So it's like hard material on the back, and then it's kind of soft up front. It's Cordura material, so it's super durable, but it's kind of a harder shell. So this actually would also work great as an equipment case if you want to fly with it and have a little bit more room. Maybe don't need the protection of a full-on Pelican, but obviously it's just a great carry-on case as well. And super heavy duty, like big wheels on it. Big fan of that. Looks awesome. I'll probably use that in a couple of weeks when I'm traveling. I also got this, which is not something I would have bought myself. This is like a day pack. It's like a dry pack, and it's also got a cooler in the bottom. But we live at the beach now, and so this has already been used, as you can tell by the sand on it. And this is honestly really awesome. I've really enjoyed that. And the thing that I've liked the most so far has been this. This is part of the new Aegis line. This is their 18-liter backpack. Again, it's hard to describe how much I like this case, because it's a backpack, but it's got this kind of like rigid outer shell. Again, it's not like Pelican material, but it's the same as the travel material. It's Cordura again, and it's a great size. I had my mono backpack that I've used for years. I fit all of the stuff I had in there, and that's a bigger backpack in here, and it's just a little bit more streamlined and organized now. This is really cool. I'll probably make a video on this because I just think this is a really great bag, and I haven't really seen anything about it until I got it in. But I'll show you all of that for a couple reasons. One, transparency. Pelican sent me a bunch of stuff for free. You can take the cynical route and say they just sent you a bunch of stuff so you would make a video. To which I'd say, if they had just sent me that case, I would have made a video. And if you were to go and look, like this is over $1,000 worth of stuff that they sent me. And this case that I broke years ago was about 300 bucks. So I think they really went above and beyond. Again, talking to her, I could really tell that she was really upset with how it was handled. Either that or she's a great actor. So you can look at it the cynical way, or you can say, you know what, I think they really did just think I was an outlier. Again, she had been with the company for 18 years and said she had not experienced this. This is not how they do customer service. And in my experience talking with people who have used Pelican cases and their warranty claims department, even if it's just for a latch or a handle, they have usually gone above and beyond. So I think this is her really trying to reinforce to me that they value that. And sure, maybe telling the world that they value that and they value their customers. So all of that to say, that's kind of what happened. I've got these cases. They didn't expect me to make a video. I'm not going to be doing full-on reviews of all of these or anything like that. You'll for sure see them in future videos. Again, I may make a video of that backpack because I've been using it every day for about a week or so now. But that's what happened. 3 years later, here we are. It's not the most dramatic story in the world, but I do think it's important to tell the whole story. Pelican sent me this stuff. They obviously wanted to make it right. They obviously felt bad about what happens. They're going to look into the case and kind of see what happened and blah, 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 blah. But I do think it's important that the whole story is now out there. I'm going to be using these Pelican cases for a long time. If anything happens, you'll for sure know about it. But I don't anticipate that, and I'm just really, really grateful for the support and the stuff that they sent so I can keep doing what I love. But yeah, I think I can recommend Pelican again, because they handled this situation right, and I don't really have anything else to go off of. So with all that said, thanks so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. Again, I know it was kind of different, but I'll be back to playing guitar in future videos soon, and I will see you guys in the next one.